Let me say something that's going to sound crazy at first. Your credit score is not your wealth score, it's not your intelligence score, and it's not your financial freedom score. It's a debt management score. And somehow, we've all been trained to celebrate it. It's straight up success. Bro, I got an 820. You're elite at borrowing, and that's what that means. And nobody breaks that down properly. This isn't anti-credit. Just relax. This is an anti-confusion because somewhere along the lines, people started thinking high credit score equals financially winning, and that's not how the system works. Today, we're breaking down what is credit score actually measures, why chasing it can trap you, how it quietly pushes you toward debt, why lenders love high scorers, and what actually builds wealth instead. This isn't emotional, it's straight up structural. Let's get straight to it. A credit score measures one thing: how reliable you manage debt. That's it. It doesn't measure net worth, it doesn't measure savings, and it doesn't measure investment discipline. It measures, do you borrow? Do you pay on time? Do you keep balances controlled? And that's the game. And the irony, to build a strong score, you have to participate in debt. You need to open accounts, you need utilization, and you need payment history. The system rewards engagement, not avoidance, and that's where the illusion begins. Because people start thinking, I need to use to build my credit, which means you need debt to look financially responsible. And that framing is subtle, but it changes behavior. Think about it. You're 19 and you get your first card. They tell you use it, keep it under 30% and pay it off. So you do that. You feel smart. You're playing the game properly. But here's what's happening. You've been trained to normalize borrowing, and borrowing becomes a default. Instead of asking, do I need this? You ask, can I put it on the card? Different energy, and that's the difference that compounds over time.
More money, more problems.
Here's something most people don't realize. Your credit score is built for lenders, not for you. It predicts how profitable you are, borrower, not how wealthy you are as a person. Banks don't reward you for having zero debt. They reward you for managing debt well. Moderate utilization is predictable revenue. And from that perspective, that's elite. From your perspective, that just might mean you're good at servicing reliabilities. And in Toronto especially, this hits different because we glorify this. My credit score is blessed, bro. What's your net worth? And it's absolute silence.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence.
This is where it gets uncomfortable. Once your score is high, doors open. Car approvals, line of credits offers, premium credit cards, higher limits. You feel powerful. But power to borrow is not power to build. Let me break this down simply. Let's say you carry a $15,000 balance at 19% interest. That interest compounds against you. Look at this nerd-ass Asian equation. That formula works both ways. When interest is 19% and you're the one paying it, that's not leverage, that's drag. Your compound is in reverse. And here's the real trap. People with high credit scores get offered more debt, not more equity, not more liability. No bank email saying, congrats on your 820. Here's ownership in productive assets. They send pre-approved for $25,000 because that is profitable to them. Let's connect it. Your high score, you walk to the dealership and they say approved instantly. Low interest, 0% down, you feel elite, but those loans still depreciate and the approval doesn't make it smart. It just makes it accessible, and accessibility is not the same as an advantage. So this is the illusion part. There are people with 800 plus credit scores who have minimal savings, no investments, no appreciating assets, but they never missed a payment on debt. Let that sink in. You can have perfect borrowing discipline, zero ownership exposure, and think you're financially ahead. Because the scoreboard you're watching isn't the real one. The real scoreboard is net worth, assets minus liabilities, cash flow strength, ownership percentage, compounding exposure, not did you pay Visa on time? Imagine two people, person A, 780 credit score, 2 car loans, minimal investments, 5,000 in savings. And person B, no debt, 80 grand in savings, emergency fund, low credit utilization. Which one is the safer long-term? Banks prefer person A, but wealth prefers person B. Different systems and different outcomes.
To the light that your girl won't hold you.
This is the pivot. Credit is a tool, not a trophy. You need it for certain things, mortgages, sometimes business leverage, but building wealth is about ownership, margin, and compounding, not borrowing efficiency. Wealth compound like this. Look at this chart on screen. Nerd equation. But when you're paying high interest, it compounds against you. The goal isn't to maximize your credit score. It is to minimize unnecessary debt, then maximize ownership. And that's the shift. Instead of asking, how do I raise my credit score? Ask, how do I increase my net worth? Because one measures how you will serve lenders, the other measures how insulated you are. Insulation is our freedom. Look, I'm not saying ignore your credit. I'm saying don't worship it. Don't confuse a borrowing badge with financial security. High credit score, cool. High net worth, even better. And that illusion is thinking they're the same. And that's not even close. Stay sharp, stay aware, and don't let a number built for banks become the definition of success.
More money, more problems.